Hello, Merry Meet. So, this is going to be a basic Chakra 101 video. Now, most of you who are into either magic or anything new age, you already know this information. So, this is more for anyone who is just starting out or is curious. So, chakra means wheel. It's from Hindu mythology, and it's basically chakras are energy centers in the body. Now, the chakra system have are very similar to the thyroid system that became acupuncture. In acupuncture, you have so-called meridians that run through your entire body and supplement it with energy. And and a lot of modern scientists um, have sort of connected the meridians with nerve with nerves and so on and so forth. But basically, in the original beliefs, it's energy. It's chi that runs through it. And basically, the Hindu system is very similar. They have Nyadi. I'm not completely sure if I'm pronouncing it right. And there are Nyadi all around your body. However, there are three Nyadi that are the principal ones. You have a masculine one, a feminine one, and the masculine and feminine one they end around here, around your shoulders, and they are seen as snakes that wrap around your spine. And yes, that is the basis of the symbol, or basically the same symbol as the Hermes wand or the Caucasus one that is the symbol of medicine. And then you have the middle pillar that goes from above your head and to um, down to right between your genitals. And this is the primal. This is the most important channel, and it is where you get your main way to get prana, get chi, get whatever you want to call the primal energy into your body. Now, alongside the middle pillar, there are seven energy centers. There are other energy centers around your body, but these are the chief ones. And they begin with, and I'm not going to say all the Indian, I don't exactly know what language it is, I think it's Sanskrit. All the Sanskrit names for them because that isn't that important for a 101. Basically, you have the root chakra, and it's basically gives some more indication of where they are by just using English words for them. You have the root chakra. It sits between your genitals, so it sits between your anus and whatever genital is appropriate for your gender. And it is seen as red. So anything red will affect the root chakra. Now the root chakra affects your physically affects your genitals. It affects your legs and basically anything of the lowest part of your body. So if you have let's say a urine infection, you will treat it with something red. Like for example, if you do crystal healing, you would treat it with a red stone. And again, if you have an infection, go to the doctor and get traditional medicine, and then you go and use alternative medicine in addition. So use school medicine and alternative medicine side by side. Don't, yeah. But anyway, now emotionally, the root chakra stands for the very, very basic, the foundation. It stands for very, very basic needs like the need for food, the the most basic of animal needs. The need to stay warm enough, the need for food, the basic needs of survival. Outside of basically yourself, it stands for the physical. So, for example, money trouble will be affected by your root chakra. So, if you have a very weak root chakra, it can lead to money problems. Basically, anything in the physical world is affected by the root chakra. It's the basic chakra because unless you have the most basic aspects of life, you can't develop spiritually. Now, moving on. Basically, between your belly button and your crotch, you have, and these run around the spine, but it's easier to find if we talk about them on the front. You have um, the orange chakra, the Hara chakra, and I never heard it used English name for it. Yeah, I only heard it referred to as the Hara chakra. Basically, this is orange, and it affects physically. It affects reproduction. It affects your sexuality. It affects your hips and your lower abdomen and anything within that region of your body. So if you have a pain or a condition that is basically affecting anything within basically above your crotch but below your belly button, you would treat it with an orange stone, for example, and so on. Mentally, it is about the, the animal feelings, the animal emotions. It's sexual desire, all kinds of basic desires. You want to uh, basically, if you just see a copy of you want to eat it. That's the Hara chakra. You want to have sex. You want to basically that raw emotion. The root chakra is for survival and for the basic needs of life, while the Hara chakra is basic emotions, raw anger, raw despair, everything that isn't processed to the higher chakras. And when I say higher here, I do not mean that one chakra is better or worse than others. We need all of them because this is a system that look at it almost like if you have 7 containers of water, and between each of them you have tubing. So if one sinks in level and all sinks in level, the chakras work the same way. That's just the camera. And basically everything to do with sexuality, with passion, all of that is in the Hara chakra. Then above that, basically right in your solar plexus, you have the solar plexus chakra, and it is yellow. Now, the solar plexus chakra is about the self. So we begin at least with basic survival, then we get to emotions, and now we're getting to the sense of self. And physically, it affects your abdomen, it affects your digestion, anything basically below your chest and above your belly button. You will treat with, for example, a yellow stone. And emotionally, it affects your self-esteem, your sense of self, your sense of self-worth. And so if you have bad self-esteem, stimulating the solar plexus chakra is a good idea. It's the center of your being and the center of your feeling of self. And these are the three, sorry for bumping the camera around, those are the three lower chakras. Then we have a middle chakra that He's sometimes seen as part of the lower chakras, sometimes seen as part of the upper chakras, and that is the heart. Now the heart chakra is right here in the center, just a little bit above of your chest. It's not extra over your heart. It's in the center because remember it follows the spine. And the heart chakra is pink or green. And it represents higher emotions. It represents love, uh, feelings for others, uh, feelings of generosity, um, motherly and fatherly feelings, basically love and care and affection for others, a desire and need for love, friendship, and also love of, for example, when you see a beautiful sunset over your childhood home and you get emotional about that, that's the heart chakra. Physically, it affects the heart, the lungs, everything in the chest, and also the shoulders and arms because they are affected by that chakra. So anything that is basically from above your belly, basically your entire chest and arms and shoulders, can be treated by pink or green stones. Now we move up to what most say is the first of the higher chakras, though some consider the heart chakra part of that. And that is the throat chakra. It's right here in that little grove in your heart, in your throat, and it is light blue. Now, physically, this affects your neck and mostly your neck. And so, for example, a cold and a throat infection could be treated by a blue stone, and again, do have actual medical help as well. I think that it works best when alternative medicine and uh, scientific medicine works together. So yeah, it affects that. Psychologically, it affects creativity. So if you have writer's block, for example, wearing a blue necklace is an excellent idea. It affects your abilities of speech, your ability to express yourself. So any artistic ideas, any desire to create beauty, to express yourself, all of that is affected by the throat chakra. And that includes non-verbal forms of communication. So let's say you like to paint or you like to make sculptures. That would be the throat chakra. It affects creativity. You can say it's the artistic chakra. Then moving up, we have the third eye, or that corresponds to the pineal gland. And it's right in the center of your forehead, just a little bit above your eyes. And it is purple, a deep indigo, but you can also use dark blue. And it affects your head. It's very much associated with vision. So basically, anything that has to do with your physical head is affected by third eye. So headaches, injuries to the head, eye disease, all of this. And of course, if you have serious headache, we do go to the hospital. But put an amethyst under your pillow as well. Anyway, that's the physical. And emotional and emotionally, it affects basically your ability to understand, ability to think, um, thoughts, and logic. And spiritually, it affects affects psychic ability very much. When it comes to psychic abilities, divination, readings, and all sorts. You need to open the third eye. And moving on, we have right here. Basically, if you put a hand on the crown of your head, and you go just a few centimeters above that. There you have the crown chakra, and it is bright white. And basically, it some say it affects the head, the back of the head. Most say it doesn't have a physical connotation with your body. It affects your spiritual life. So your desire for spiritual enlightenment, all of that is affected here. It says to be your connection with the divine. And actually in Kundalini meditation, where you open your chakras and send energy waves up through it to awaken, basically you send it is believed that there's a goddess sleeping in your root chakra. And this is something that you should not try unless you know what you're doing, because it can be quite dangerous. But you then, through meditation, send this up through the chakras until you reach the crown chakra. And then it will expand and connect with the divine. Some says there's also a 8th chakra above that, which is basically connecting with everyone. Basically like a universal human chakra that connects them. Some say the I8 chakra is your soul. Others say this is just a connection to the divine. So yes. And like I said, each chakra is associated with a color. And if you use that color, you will be able to stimulate that chakra. And again, a chakra can be overstimulated or understimulated. It depends on how quick. Remember, chakra means wheel, and it's believed to be an energy spiral. And the more energy it has, the faster it spins. But it can spin too fast, too slow. So basically, for example, if you are over emotional, you get teary-eyed by everything, and you just don't have control of your emotions at all, that indicates very strongly that you have an overactive heart chakra. However, if you have problem feeling sexual desire and is quite frigid, that indicates an underactive hara chakra. So yeah, but those topics really go into to the next step of it. I just wanted to give a general idea about what the chakras is, because I am asked about that quite often, and generally they are energy centers along the spine that sort of becomes nodes for the energies of the body, and are associated with, if we sort of part the body into seven, with 7 different aspects of our body, and stimulating them or calming them down can help us maintain health and be a path to enlightenment. So yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this video. Have a great day and blessed be.